Right now, the world is like this. So who's gonna pick it all up? Well, that's gonna be me and yours, John. Me and yours. Yours and mine. I'm not good at grammar. So, first of all, let's talk about the changes to this channel since I haven't uploaded in a while and I've been taking a break, hiatus, and so on and so forth. Uh, it's not going to focus primarily on gardening anymore, but the thing is I don't know what to change the channel name to, right? I don't want it to be like something, what's the word for it? Something hyperstructured or too structured, right? Or I don't want it to be like too in the air either, you know? So I'm just going to kind of keep the name as it is, you know, and hopefully it turns into a JTAG over time. So this channel is going to transfer from a channel of gardening and permaculture and greening the desert and small things in between into more of a informative channel, motivational channel, channel speaking out about the things that I see online, since I see a lot of different views, whether it's true or not, still helpful to bring to light. Different technologies, things you should be aware of, and plans for the future. I don't know where I'm going to take this for the most part as a whole, but I know there's going to be a lot of diversity with the way that I bring this to life. So, as my first video, I don't know, just don't be too harsh on my editing. So the first thing we gotta talk about is the fog. So, there's been a fog that's been deployed in the United States over the past, not just the United States, but across Europe as well, Poland, I believe in some areas in the UK too. Across the world, let's say, right? So there's been this fog that's rolled in, and it's been getting people sick, giving them headaches, right? And any stagnant water or water that's been left out in these areas.
They're fucking. Look at the hairs on the back. Third one's backing his booty up into it.
Developing microorganisms, right? I don't know what type of microorganisms, right? I'm not a professional biologist, but they seem to be reproducing. Now, there's a theory that these dust particles is a form of smart dust, and what that means is that they're nanoparticles, right? To put it into perspective, right? If this is smart dust, right, which there is a theory that it is, when it enters your system, right? If these parasites, right, that enter your system are actual nanotechnology, but biological in some sense, right? They could be controlled the same way as weather, as people's minds, as just frequency in general, you know? So you could emit a certain frequency, certain signal, and that frequency does something, right? Because even though we're capable of sensing all the frequencies in the world, right, for the most part, we can't really perceive them all in a sense.
All right, everybody, welcome back. May 19th, 2020, City Jolfa, and here's the border right here. To the 20th, removing the entire 19th day. So we cannot see what was going on here, no matter what setting I pick.
So, they're going to use some invisible waveform to activate the big bad bug in you, right? And you're going to start going. That's their plan. Bill Gates is planning to cloud out the sky, right? Because the sky is bad. No sky, no sun, no solar. Fuck the sun, right? What's the point of the sun, right? We don't need the sun, right? It's not like we need sunlight to survive, you know. It's not like it's one of the most crucial vitamins. It's not like the plants rely on a day-night cycle. It's not like the entire ecosystem kind of relies on the sun, you know. So what could be the harm of blotting out the entire sun, right? Don't worry, the 17 million different species that are extinct, right? I don't know the exact number, the storing out number. The 17 million different species that are extinct across the world. Yeah, blotting out the entire fucking sun with trails of artificial clouds, right, or whatever that is, right? Chemicals, right? Literal goddamn pollution, right? Artificial pollution. I don't know how you got make pollution artificial, right? But anyway, these artificial skies, right? It's gonna just impact everything great, right? I mean, if you look at my older videos, right, you can see how beautiful the sun is, right? Just imagine if that wasn't there, right? And I had to record with the light on my phone this entire time. It would have been pleasant, but the sad part is there wouldn't be any plants. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. The smart dust could be deadly if it is smart dust, but the problem is humanity's egregore is becoming self-aware to such a point where it's growing in dimensional scale alongside with the Earth and consciousness. And there's a certain mathematical equation that I developed that states that with certain volumes of expansion, right, like 2, 4, 8, right, like every dimension of scale, right, it well, I'm stating it there. The scale of dimension can also correlate to the scale of dimensional interaction that's capable, in a sense, right? Like not consciousness being ordained onto the object, right? But what's capable of being received through the object. Like an example is the human body is a third dimensional construct, right? That and it receives the mind, right, from higher dimensions. And if you do not believe me, the CIA did the gateway experience, and I'm sure you've heard that a lot, but there's actual tapes on YouTube that you could do called the Gateway Experience. It's a 50-part series that you could do, right? It's separated into different waves, right? And it teaches you how to relax your mind, how to get into pure consciousness, how to use that consciousness to actually develop your thought form, and how to manifest with that thought form, because your visualization creates reality. But a lot of people don't believe in themselves, in a sense, right, in consciousness, right, in substance, right, in ether, whatever the hell you want to call it, right. So we all have that assumption that we must force work or do this or do that and $16 an hour or make things happen, when really that isn't the case. The case is if you reverse the theorem, right, that if you think of something, right, it'll happen, right. Like an example, right, is if I say pizza, pizza, pizza 3 times, chances are your family will order pizza this week, right. I did it on accident last time, and I'm pretty sure I could do it on accident now, right, or on purpose, right, just by repeating pizza, pizza. Wouldn't it be nice to eat pizza? What kind of pizza do you like? Do you like cheese pizza? Do you like pepperoni pizza? I've never tried stuffed crust, but I like classic pizza, I like supreme pizza. All right, so that's a simple manifestation. Let's take it to another scale, another dimension, right? This is depending on your own belief, okay? And this higher scale could be, say, like a belief like, I want to be a millionaire, right? If you're watching this and you're not a millionaire, okay? So you think of it and you embody the feeling of the vision, right? After you build it over time, right? You build the vision over time. That's what the gateway process does. That's what meditation does. It helps you build your mind, your consciousness, right? That's what meditation does. It helps you build the strongest muscle in your body, your brain. Okay? So when you think of something, then it projects a way for you to do it, right? Have you ever played a video game, right? Where you set a waypoint to something you want, right? And it leads to checkpoint? Well, your body does the exact same thing, right? And in another sense, right, the world also helps you, right? Because it aligns a lot of synchronicities, right? Because of a lot of esoteric factors, dimensional factors, consciousness, and I don't know how to describe it really. I'm not at that point yet where I could just say, oh, I could break down the monad into code. Maybe it's just a 0 and a 1, but I can't describe the entire process. All I know is that I'm living proof that what you think, what you feel, what you embody can create reality, and that these deja vus may not actually be dreams. They could be us repeating our lives thousands of times. They could be what else? Us actually manifesting without us being aware, right? Maybe we just have a really, 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 really real dream, right? And then next thing you know, 5 years later, right, we have a moment of, what the fuck? Why does this feel familiar? And then you realize, right, or you don't. Most people don't, right, because they don't believe in the mind, right? They realize, right, I thought about this, right? Didn't I think about this, right? That's manifestation in a sense. So this completes the first episode of the changes to the channel. I don't know how I'm gonna edit this, but like and subscribe, and the world's gonna change very quickly. But we're gonna change the world, and we're gonna make it so much better.